Hello, it's February 12th. Today we're 12 days into our challenge. I just tried recording this and it cut off, so we're going to try again from the top. This is probably nearing the time when people are going to start falling out of the challenge, and I hope that that's not the case. I want us all to stay strong and fight against the resistance or that pulling feeling that we're getting to go back to the life that we've been living. And it's so simple to just stick with those habits that we've already been, that we built and are in place in our lives. But just remember why you're making these changes. Why we're creating new habits is because we want to create the life we want to lead. Imagine a day, if you could paint that day any way you wanted it, and that could be your life every single day. You could wake up and live it exactly as you wanted to. You need to make the habits to create that life. It's never just going to be handed to you on a silver platter. So to get there, we need to form new habits, and those habits need to be positive, and they need to be goal-oriented, and they need to take us where we want to be, right? Otherwise, if we just keep reverting back to the way that we've been living, we are going to stay exactly where we are, be exactly who we are. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I know for myself that I see myself in a different place. I see myself one day not having to struggle to pay my bills. I see myself being comfortable and having a family and being able to support them. So my goals are to get myself there. And to get myself there, I need to change my daily habits, because my daily habits are not getting me there. So it's day 12, and I am having the same struggles. I'm sure some of you are, just wanting to go back to everything that I was doing before. But I'm holding strong because I'm committed to all of you and making this change with you. I'm very thankful that you're there on the group, listening to anything that I have to rant about or talk about, watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Today is going to be yoga. It won't be as easy as last week's yoga. A little bit more intense, but what I want the focus to be, and what I'll talk about during the class today, is like recentering yourself, like reimagining that life that you want to lead, and sort of letting go of all of that pulling sensation you're getting from the habits that we've created over the last however many years. So that's what I want you to focus on. Whenever you go to a yoga class, if you've been to a yoga class, they have you set an intention. So my intention that I would like for you to set is create a painting, right, of the life that you want in your head. Really envision that and have that be your intention in class, is to get your mind focused on getting there and creating those habits and letting everything else go, letting all that stress of the week, of work, of whatever it is that's going on in your life that may be creating some tension or some stress. Let's just try to breathe it out. So we'll let it go, and then we're going to refocus in on what we want to accomplish over the remaining month of February. But we're not going to end at the end of February. We're just trying to create those habits. It takes a minimum of 21 days to create a new habit, and we want these to be positive. So let's hold strong. Set that intention. We're going to start in Shavasana, which is corpse pose. So you're going to be laying on your back. You want to be nice and comfortable. So you're going to have your head and shoulders completely relaxed. Your palms are going to face the ceiling. Let your legs extend long and your toes fall out to the side. And then we're going to do some deep breathing to settle in, and I'm going to walk you through some relaxation tips, or just kind of point out areas in your body. And as I point those out, I want you to try to focus on relaxing them or unclenching them if the muscle is tight. And then we're going to go through some breathing. So as we settle into the mat, I want you to start breathing through your nose. And I want you you to take deep breaths with at least a count of 5. So you're breathing in through your nose, letting your belly expand, and let that breath come all the way in, and you're going to sip air at the top. So it's like this. And then you hold it at the top. And then slowly let it out, a 5 count on the way out, just blowing that air out of your nose. And then at the bottom, I want you to push all the air out and hold it. So here we go. We're going to start with a few deep breaths. Holding at the top. Push it all out and hold it at the bottom. And then slowly repeat. So count to 5 on the way in. Holding at the top and count to 5 on the way out. As you're going through your breaths, I want you to just start to relax your body. Let those toes relax and let the ankles just rest to the side. Try to relax everything throughout your legs. And let your booty relax. I always tell you to tighten up your booty, and I want you to just kind of let your butt cheeks just kind of settle in to the floor and do nothing. Let your belly be relaxed. Let that breath flow nice and fluid in and out, so no contraction in the core. And that this is the only time I'm going to tell you to do that. Let those shoulders just melt down into your mat. Let your fingers fall out. Try to relax your brow line and your forehead. Just let them melt down. Unclench your eyes, let them settle. And let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Maybe your lips separate. And let your jaw completely relax. And we're staying with that breath. Just settling down into the ground. Releasing all that stress from the day. Let's let all the tension just melt right out of our bodies, right out of our minds. We're going to stay with that same breath, but we're going to slowly start moving our legs and bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. And we're going to walk our feet out to the edge of the mat, raise the toes, and we're going to let the knees fall from right to left. So fall on the exhale. Inhale, come through the center, flatten out the back, and exhale. As I walk you through this yoga video, I'm going to be walking you through inhales and exhales. It's a flow, so you're going with the breath, but I want you to go with your own breath. If you need to take a couple extra breaths wherever I'm moving, feel free, or if you want to move slower than I'm moving, you can do that as well. We're always going to pause in between our flows, so you'll have time to catch up, or maybe you'll just get a little extra rest. So on the inhale, the knees rise up towards the ceiling. We're going to do one more time each way. Exhale, let those knees fall all the way and relax to the ground. Inhale, they rise up towards the ceiling. And exhale, let it fall all the way to the left, relaxing all the way. And then inhale, come through the center. We're going to pull those knees into the chest. Give them a nice big squeeze, like you're giving yourself a nice hug. And rocking yourself side to side. Keeping your eyes closed, We're still relaxing into our mat. We're still trying to let that body de-stress from our day and unwind. Alright, now we're going to come into Happy Baby. So you can either grab your toes with your peace fingers, your big toe, or you can hook your hands on the outside or the inside, whatever feels comfortable. We're going to stretch through the hamstrings. So for me, I like to hook my peace fingers around my big toes. And I want to keep my tailbone or my sacrum, right, my butt pushing down into the ground. And my belly now is going to start to engage. I'm going to pull my shoulders down to the ground, and that pulls my knees right outside of my armpits. So I'm pulling my legs down towards the ground as I flatten out my back and pull my shoulders, like I'm pressing my shoulders into the floor. Take a nice big inhale, and we're going to exhale. We're going to bend that right knee more, and we're going to extend through the left leg. Try to straighten out that left leg. And inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come through the center. Inhale here and exhale. Let's extend that leg out as we keep the left leg bent, the right leg goes long. We're still pulling the shoulders down into the ground. Still keeping a contraction in the belly, and we're stretching those hamstrings. Inhale, let's bring it through the center. And then we're going to come right back up for that Happy Baby. Flatten out that back and really pull this time. Pull nice and strong. We're bending through the elbows. We're using our biceps to pull those legs in. And relax. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Give them a really good squeeze. Then we're going to extend that left leg out long. And then we're going to draw the right knee across the body. And then extend the right hand out. And we're going to look at that right hand as we drive that left knee towards the ground. Nice inhale. And as you exhale, try to relax everything down into the ground further. And then we're going to come through the center. Both knees pull into the chest. Give them a good squeeze before we extend that right leg long. And then we're going to take that left knee and draw it across the body. Extend that left arm long. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, settle everything into the floor. Inhale, we're going to come through the center. Grab both knees into the chest, and we're just going to start to rock and roll. So you can grab the back of the thighs and just create a rock and roll until you come to a nice seated position. We're going to sit up tall, and inhale, you can float your eyes open. And then we're going to slowly turn over into Child's Pose. So bring the toes together, let the knees come out wide, and we're going to exhale. Bring the butt to the heels, let the belly fall to the mat, reach the arms out long. We're going to take 3 big breaths here. With each exhale, I want you to try to get your forehead all the way to the floor and reach your sit bones down towards your heels. We're lengthening through that back. Final breath. And then we're going to come up into a tabletop position. We're going to spread our fingers wide, curl our toes under, and exhale. We're going to press into downward facing dog. It's our first time here, so I want you to walk out your dog. That means that one knee bends while we press through the heel of the other. And then the other foot. So one heel bends. One heel presses towards the floor while the other knee bends. So we're stretching those calves, we're stretching those hamstrings. You want to press real strong through all 10 fingers in the palms of the hand. And we're going to inhale, come all the way up onto the toes, and exhale, press both heels down into the ground. Inhale, our right leg is going to come up long behind us, pointing towards the ceiling. We're going to exhale, bend the knee, tighten up that belly, and we're going to bring that foot outside of the right hand. We're going to stay right here. Keep that back leg long. If this is too much for you, you can drop that back knee. Otherwise, keep that leg nice and strong. And then we're going to hug that right knee in towards the shoulder. And if you have the space, go ahead and come down to your forearms. Or you can walk your fingers out long in front of you. Or you can stay right where you are, right here, with our hands supporting us. And we're going to inhale. We're going to sweep that right leg up and back. Reach it nice and high. We're going to open the hips, so bend that knee. We're going to roll the hips open, trying to keep the shoulders square to the ground. And we're really bending that knee and trying to get that heel all the way to the butt. And then inhale, the leg comes long. And exhale, we're going to switch legs. Inhale, the left leg comes up long, pointing towards the ceiling behind us. As we exhale, we're bending that knee, pulling the belly in, and stepping that left foot outside of the left hand. Remember, you can drop that knee to the ground if this is too much. But try to match what you did on the other side so we can be nice and even. Hug that left knee in towards the shoulder. Remember, you have the option to come down to your forearms or reach those hands out in front of you, or stay nice and supported with your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to inhale, the left leg comes up and back. Reach it nice and long. Bend that left knee. Roll the hips open and keep those shoulders square to the floor. Pull that heel all the way in towards your butt. And inhale, the left leg goes long. Exhale. We're going to plant both feet on the ground. We're going to glide forward into a plank. Drop our knees. And then we're going to slowly lower our whole body to the floor. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lifting up your head, pressing your pubic bone down into the ground. And exhale, pressing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and step to the front of your mat. We're going to drive through those feet. Inhale, circle, sweep those arms all the way up. And exhale your hands to heart center. Inhale, circle, sweep. And exhale, we're going to fold. Inhale, lengthen through that back. And exhale, plant those hands. Step back to your plank pose. We're going to drop those knees and exhale all the way down to the ground. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift the head. And exhale, press into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. We're going to step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, flatten through that back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, drive through those feet, reach those arms up high, and exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, we're going to circle sweep, and exhale, we're going to dive down. Inhale, flatten out that back. We're preparing to step back to our plank pose, dropping the knees, and exhale as we lower all the way down. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades, lift the head up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, that right leg goes up and long, and exhale. We're going to step it in between the feet. We're going to drop that back heel, and we're going to inhale into warrior one. And we're going to exhale, frame the front foot. Step back to a plank pose, drop the knees, exhale all the way down. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the head. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg's long. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Drop that back heel. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, frame that front foot. We're going to step back to a plank. Drop the knees all the way down in one solid movement. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep that right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Drop that back heel. We're going to inhale. Warrior one, exhale. Warrior two, looking over that front hand. Inhale, we're going to reverse our warrior, and exhale, we're going to fold. Frame that front foot, step to our plank, drop the knees all the way to the floor. Inhale, we're squeezing those shoulder blades, pushing the pubic bone down into the ground, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, that left leg is high. Exhale, we're going to step it through the hands. Drop that back heel. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Exhale, open warrior two, looking over the front hand. Reverse the warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame that front foot. Step back to your plank, dropping the knees and slowly lowering down. Inhale, lift the head, squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And we're going to take about 5 breaths here, pushing those heels down into the ground. If you need to, you can go into a child's pose, bringing your toes together, your knees out wide, letting your belly come in between your thighs and your forehead to the mat. Or if you have a lot of energy, I want you to stay up in that downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, right leg up high. Exhale, we're going to bring the knee to the nose. Glide forward into a plank. Inhale, drive that foot up high. Exhale, step that foot through. Inhale, high crescent lunge. That means that you're right up on the ball of that back foot. We're bending into that front knee. That back leg is nice and strong and straight. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, we're going to lean forward. Exhale, we're going to twist, hooking that left elbow over the right knee. Stay high on that back toe. If you want to open up, you can open up or really twisting through the rib cage here. And exhale, bring the hands back together. Inhale, we're going to open back up to crescent. And then warrior two. Reverse the warrior. And then we're going to cartwheel down. Frame that front foot. Step back to that plank. Drop the knees, slowly lower. Inhale, we're squeezing those shoulder blades together. And exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg comes up high. Exhale, knee to nose, gliding forward into that plank. Inhale, drive that foot up high. Exhale, we're going to step through and inhale to our high crescent. Arms are reaching actively all the way up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, we lean forward. Exhale, we're going to twist. And we're hooking that right arm over the left knee. You can open those arms up here if you'd like. Exhale, bring the hands back together. And then inhale, we're coming back up through high crescent. And then we're going to exhale, opening up into warrior two. Reverse that warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel those hands down, frame the front foot. Step back to a plank pose, dropping the knees, slowly lowering down. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Again, we're going to take about 5 deep breaths, so that's all the way to the bottom of the belly. We're spreading those fingers wide. driving those heels down into the ground, and we're pushing through those hands to reach our sit bones up towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come up onto those toes. Exhale, bend the knees, and then you can step or hop to the front of your mat. We're going to slowly come down, sitting onto our butt. And we're going to roll all the way down. And we're going to come into a bridge pose. So bring your heels in close enough so you can feel your heels with your fingers. Your hands are flat by your side for support. And then we're going to press through the heels, coming up into our bridge pose. Imagine your feet are glued into cement, and I want you to drag your heels closer to your bum. And then imagine that you've got a block in between your thighs. I want you to squeeze that block. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Slowly lowering down all the way. And we've got 1 more of those. Here we go. Inhale, we're going to come up. Same thing, imagine those feet are glued into cement. Drag those heels towards your butt. And then imagine you have a block in between your thighs and squeeze it as hard as you can. Same thing, 5 breaths. Slowly lower. Alright, we're going to draw those knees into the chest. Give them a nice big hug. And then we're going to extend those legs all the way up overhead. You want to find that nice spot where you're sitting right on the back of your hip bones, where it feels like your legs are just staying up in the air. It should be nice and easy. Just let them hang out up there. We're breathing through our nose still, so nice deep breaths all the way to the bottom of the belly. Remember our intention that we're setting is to stay focused on our goal. And letting the stress of the day, of our life, melt away. And recentering ourselves on what we're looking for and what we need to do to get there. Alright, let's give those knees 1 more big squeeze. And then we're going to extend back out into our corpse pose, Shavasana. So legs are reached out long, let the toes fall out to the side, palms are raised up towards the ceiling. And we're going to melt back into our mat with a nice pleasant thought of that image that we were painting when we were doing our yoga today, of the life that we want to be living. So we're slowly melting back into the floor, letting go of all that work that we've just done. And just imagining that our mat is a magic carpet, and it slowly lifts us off the ground, and our body just settles onto it, like it's carrying us. We don't have to do any work. We're just settling here. The mind is being quiet. Our breath is nice and soft. Our eyes are nice and light. just refreshed from a nice long nap. We're just reaching and stretching through the body, slowly bending the knees back and forth. And then we're bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. And we're going to roll off to the right side. And keeping your eyes closed, we're going to slowly come up to a comfortable seat. Whatever is comfortable for you, if you want to cross your legs or sit on your legs. And then we're just going to take a moment to really appreciate what we've just done. Let's take this all in. Let's circle sweep, nice big inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Hands come to the heart. Let's really take a moment to appreciate ourselves and the work that we do to create the life that we have. And remember that painting that we created today, that intention that we set to create the life that we really want to live. Namaste. I hope you all enjoyed your yoga class today. We went a little bit over, but I'm sure that that's okay. I will see you all tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed your yoga. Have a great night.